Welcome, curious minds. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Rajkot, a really fascinating city in Gujarat, India. We've got these sources highlighting key places, and our mission basically is to pull out the most important nuggets for you, give you a concise but, rich understanding of what makes Rajkot tick, especially how it blends tradition and modern life. Okay, let's unpack this.
And that blend is, I think, what's really key here. Understanding a place isn't just about a list of sites. It's more about how all those different points of interest tell a bigger story
Hmm.
about the culture, the history, daily life, often in ways you don't expect.
Absolutely. And right away, the sources point to something pivotal for Rajkot's history. Kaba Gandhi Nodolo. This is Mahatma Gandhi's childhood home. It's a museum now. But what's fascinating and what the sources bring out isn't just that it's a museum, it's how the simplicity of the place, the artifacts inside, they sort of echo the values that shaped his thinking later on, nonviolence. You get a real sense of those quiet beginnings.
That's a critical insight. Yeah, it's like a living archive. It offers this very direct, tangible link to a really formative time in India's history. It just shows how powerful personal spaces can be in holding on to these big narratives.
Right. And building on that history, the sources also mention Rajkumar College. This place is significant. It's flagged as one of India's oldest schools with a royal heritage. Imagine students walking those halls for over a century, princes even. And then there's the Watson Museum right in Jubilee Garden. It's a bit of a treasure trove. The sources mention colonial artifacts, sculptures, sure, but they specifically call out the 18th century Kathiawari silverwork, which gives you this unique window into regional crafts and colonial influence.
That craftsmanship.
Yeah. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's look at Rajkot's spiritual heart. The sources describe the Swaminarayan temple beautifully. A masterpiece, they say, intricate white marble. Not just pretty, but with detailed carvings deities, myths really invites quiet thought. And then for a different vibe, there's ISK Khan Rajkot, a vibrant Krishna temple known for devotion, yes, but also lots of community stuff, cultural programs, education.
And what's fascinating here is how these temples aren't, just places for worship. They seem really woven into the community fabric. It shows this blend of spiritual devotion and social outreach, cultural preservation. It really speaks to this city's character.
Definitely. Rajkot also has some great green spaces for escaping the hustle. The Aji Dam and Garden comes up, scenic spot, good for picnics, has a zoo, and apparently great for bird watching, a real urban oasis. Then you've got the racecourse grounds, huge green space, good for walking, jogging, just relaxing. And the source notes it becomes this big fun fair during Diwali. That
Yeah.
sounds like quite the experience. Oh, and Pradyuman Park, a large zoo and park, perfect for families, for kids. Gives you that touch of nature right in the city.
So plenty of places to unwind, too.
Exactly. But let's talk shopping, because this is where that duality we mentioned really comes alive. On one hand, Bangdi Bazaar, a traditional market famous for bangles, textiles, handicrafts. And the sources stress it's not just buying stuff. You can often see artisans actually making the bangles, using these age-old techniques. Each piece tells a story.
That's a powerful image, isn't it? That direct link to centuries of skill right there. It's such a contrast to the modern side, which the sources also cover.
Precisely. Because then you also have places like Crystal Mall and Reliance Mall, modern shopping centers, big brands, food courts, cinemas, all the contemporary stuff. It just shows Rajkot isn't stuck in the past. It's dynamic, embracing the present.
It really is a fascinating duality, this coexistence of deep tradition, like the handcrafting in Bangdi Bazaar, right alongside the sleek modern malls. It says a lot about Rajkot's character. It's a city honoring its past, but also integrating it with what's happening now.
So what does this all mean? Well, it means Rajkot offers this incredibly rich mix. History, spirituality, nature, commerce. You can genuinely experience centuries of culture right next to modern life. It's a city with deep roots, but it's also stepping confidently into the future.
Which, raises an important question for you, the listener, to think about. How do cities like Rajkot manage this? How do they hold on to their deep historical roots, their unique local character, while also enthusiastically embracing modern development? What does this remarkable balancing act tell us about cultural resilience?